Why does this look so ugly, and why does Jimmy Neutron look better?
Wow, Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, why does Jimmy Newmail Soy Genius look better than this?
I think it's because like they have all these new effects they can use, but they're on the PS2. Like, look at the little like the green shit coming out of the back of it. It's
Yeah,
like,
the
oh, we
green
have this effect we
ooze.
can use now, but it doesn't look good.
But it's like, you know what it is also? Is the shade with gray.
I also never understood. Okay.
Wenching.
Yeah, this freaked me out so bad as a kid. I was telling you the other day, I really, really was scared of this because it's so eerie. Oh my god, look at that ring around him.
Look at the textures on his teeth.
Yeah, that looks horrible. Is that just because of the emulator?
I don't know. I think that's just because that's his texture for his model.
This game is shit.
Yeah. God, he looks so hideous.
Like bloodshot eyes. Ugh.
It's just see, why couldn't they make his model look like that?
Yeah.
But a little bit better. They also fucked up Tiny the Tiger.
Yeah, get out of here.
They really fucked him up.
It's because they would stretch the models in the original, but if you did that with this, it would look like Sonic Adventure. Where.
But you know what? Tiny the Tiger, like when he had do you remember in Crash Bandicoot Warped, or maybe it was Crash Bandicoot 2, where it's like the blue screen and it has the character come up and Tiny comes up and it has his teeth. His teeth look like elephant like knuckles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
But here we get
like this, like a screen like this, but it was Tiny the Tiger. I remember him looking so horrible. I'm like, oh, that looks like shit.
But in this, they're just like cycling through the like mouth flap animation and spinning him.
It is pretty interesting that like for 3 games in the row they kept that hub world like choose the next level.
But the Crash 2 one's nothing like the Crash 3 one. I think this game was so rushed because they wanted to make an open world one that just were
this
like
one's just Crash
there was
3.
no time for ideas. It was just like Crash 3 did that, we got to do that too.
Repurpose Crash 3 and have newer textures on things and make everything look ugly and gray.
Yeah, it's almost like Crash 3 was the minimum for them working on. Like
have him run. Oh my god, look at his eyes.
I just see it as
have him walk slowly up to the screen.
I like his walk cycle, but the thing that always bugged me about this Crash model is that his arms are like coming out of his fucking head. He looks like his silhouette is horrifying.
I also don't like his mouth.
I like the little like
look at his tiny little butt.
Yeah, what the fuck? What
his Levi's.
Yeah, I really like that. I always liked that he wore fucking big
American
giant
jeans.
And shit. Yeah, he was really American.
Even though he's Australian.
Yeah, seriously.
How do you think the series, like, how do you think the franchise IP of Crash Bandicoot would go if they had went with the Butch Hartman design?
It would not have been popular. It would have went right under the radar like Gex or fucking.
So you think Crash Bandicoot's success was attributed to his design? Like,
yes.
Mostly, aside
his
from
design
the game.
and when he came out, it was the perfect time. It was a little bit edgier than Sonic, you know?
Yeah.
Because
he had a big-titted girlfriend right next to him.
Yeah, because it was very similar to like Looney Tunes. Crash was Looney Tunes, whereas Sonic was like Felix the Cat, like Mickey Mouse. It was kind of more
so
like
you
lame,
think Sonic is Mickey Mouse, dude?
But yeah, Crash is much more like he would fit right in with like Bugs Bunny, you know, Crash Bandicoot and Space Jam.
Who would you rather hang out with then, Mickey Mouse or Crash Bandicoot?
But before we can get into that, I wanted to take a minute to talk about today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. This podcast is sponsored by FlexiSpot. Being someone who spends 90% of their day working at a screen, I know all about the importance of having a good workspace. So what could be better than the E7 Pro standing desk? There's this super easy to use keypad that allows you to automatically change the height to whatever you want, allowing you to comfortably stand as you work so you don't get scoliosis or something. This thing is sturdy too. Not only does it not wobble easily, but it also can carry a ton.
Hi.
Yeah.
Where does it stop? Oh my God.
It's a standing desk, dude.
I didn't think it would be that high.
Not only that, but they also have this amazing XR4 recliner. I think they wanted us to sit on this for the podcast, but I'm not going to do that. Want to know why? Because ever since I've had this thing, it has not left our living room. I love it. I sit on this thing every night. And if you need it any more convincing, guys, it's Wench approved. He sleeps on this thing every night. If that doesn't show quality, I don't know what does. So if you were looking for an excellent desk or recliner at an affordable price, check out FlexiSpot in the description below. And unlock more savings by using the exclusive promo code provided in the description. Click the FlexiSpot link to enjoy these sweet discounts. Back to the podcast.
Mickey Mouse would not be more fun to hang out with, but I'd rather hang out with him.
Okay, who would you do hardcore drugs with, Mickey Mouse or Crash Bandicoot?
Mickey Mouse. It wouldn't be as fun, but it would be way more
Dude, doing hardcore drugs with Mickey Mouse would be such a fucking drag, dude, because he would not know how to hang.
Yeah, he'd be like, he'd be acting like it'd be his first time.
It
and he'd
would
be
be
like,
his first time.
"Whoa."
Oh man, how the fuck am I supposed to feel? Am I dead? Am I supposed to feel this way?
Yeah, it'd be like, oh,
Throws
shut
up
dude.
everywhere.
Just
Oh
hang.
my god, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait, can you go to the left over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the left.
I mean, you can't, but I will do it.
Go to the left. Yeah. Keep going. Oh, you can't.
See, as a kid, all I wanted to do was. So this is an important bit of context for this game, I guess. Is this was my first Crash game. This was one of the first games I ever played that I can remember because my dad's friend was getting rid of all his PS2 games, and this was a part of it. And this is the one that stuck out to me.
Wait, go back. Look how ugly those woolly mammoths look. Look.
Yeah, they have
Look
weird
at that.
eyes.
That looks like shit.
Yeah, it's really ugly.
That doesn't look like anything from the Crash world.
Aku also looks like trash.
You know what it is? This game gives me the same feeling as Donkey Kong Country 3, where Donkey Kong Country 3 is Donkey Kong, but it's not. It's when it starts getting more Banjo-Kazooie, you know.
I know what you mean, where it starts to become an exaggerated version of what
It's
it
like
thinks
this-
it has to be.
I think it's more of they want to go in a different direction, and it starts becoming status quo.
Really? See, what do you mean by different direction but status quo?
In this one, they're trying to keep things the same by having a similar way of playing the game, right? With the world map and everything, and just the platforming. But then at the same time, they want to make things different by making this a very transportation heavy, kind of
Yeah, I definitely
gameplay.
I think what happened here is they were well, Crash 3 has all these vehicles. Well, what if we had him in more vehicles?
Yeah, they
And-
really wanted to make that the gimmick in this one.
Yeah. So you
Where,
see,
just getting back to what I was talking about, it was dang it, what did I just compare this to? I had a point.
you were like, oh, Donkey Kong Country 3.
Oh yeah, Donkey Kong Country 3. Yeah, see, Donkey Kong Country 3 also had gimmicks with transportation, but they also had their gimmicks went more in a very positive and colorful vibe as opposed to the dark gray and dreary vibe that the first two games had.
Yeah.
So they went more towards that happy looking direction, like Banjo-Kazooie. That was the point.
They made it what Rare was doing at the time. They didn't
Exactly.
Yeah, it's that Rare really wasn't trying to differentiate their own series art styles. It was all just kind of oh, this is the Rare style.
Yeah, they just kind of unconsciously made their own art style because they were trying to make their models, as well as they could.
Yeah. And so I think, this game is a poor imitation of what Traveler's Tales could interpret as being the Crash style.
Is there any one good Traveler's Tales game other than A Bug's Life?
I'm sure some would argue Sonic R, but I don't agree at all. Sonic R sucks.
Which one's Sonic R?
It's the Sega Saturn game where you're racing, but
Is it the one that goes, I'm gonna put a supersonic
it's
racing?
Can You Feel the Sunshine? Teal Stall.
Oh yes, okay.
But the issue with that game is that it was also really rushed. It was made in less than a year, I think. And so
Reusing assets.
they took
or
one of
d-
their previous Formula One games that they were developing and just put a Sonic skin over it. So you're but then the levels are giant. There's only 5 tracks in this racing game, but they're all fucking massive. But it clearly is made for platforming and not really racing, you know? There's no really it's not oh, go straight. It's oh, take a 180-degree turn here and go left and right and then backwards and then, you know?
Yeah.
But there are people out there who really master that game and can beat it all in 20 minutes, and they the challenge of having to go around and do all this backwards ass shit trying to get the Chaos Emeralds to 100% the game while also coming in first. So it's oh, you have to master that, where I feel
is that is the challenge? That is
yeah,
the gimmick.
Sure, some people come out of that feeling it's a guilty pleasure kind of thing.
An accomplishment that they can complete it. I understand. I get it.
But yeah, this game, I had it as a kid and I fucking loved it. There was something about it that was kind of... See, it has such a weird... Also, that's not us lagging. That's the game.
That is the game. Just want you guys to know.
I never really knew this was a bad game because I had nothing to compare it to. But I got Crash 2, but couldn't play it because I didn't have a memory card for my PS1. So I was I'll play Wrath of Cortex. It's been 10 years and I fucking played it. And I was oh, this is fine. So then I put in Crash 2 and I'm this is great. And then I think I'm like, I'll go complete the rest of the Wrath Cortex, and I go back and play it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking dreadful. Also, I realized I'm going on this again.
Crash.
Instinctually.
Wrath of Cortex is literally like the same thing for me as Sonic Heroes, where Wrath of Cortex is the reason why I don't fucking like Crash Bandicoot anymore. What happened?
I went in the death route. Just like force ahead.
Oh.
I didn't know how memory cards work, so sometimes I'd take out a memory card and be like, oh, I have to start the game from the beginning again? Okay. So I had to play this level hundreds of times. Sorry, yeah, so I have to take this route to get all the boxes in the crystal.
Gotcha.
No,
This game was the reason why I was like, Crash Bandicoot fucking sucks until they made the remakes.
Yeah.
You know, the remake trilogy.
Which also, I'd argue, look pretty ugly in their own right.
Yeah, they don't look good.
Specifically with Crash, I'd say.
Yeah, specifically with Crash. I think Coco looks alright.
Like,
I think Tana looks alright.
Do you think?
You know what it is? This Crash design looks like those bootleg like plushie designs of Crash, the really ugly ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You can't jump when you're crouched. You have to like let go.
You have to let go and then press jump.
Yeah, but
that's dumb.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
That only works sometimes, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it gave me the same kind of like disinterest in Crash Bandicoot like Sonic Heroes did for me. Like I just didn't like Sonic anymore because Sonic Heroes was so shit and that Wrath of Cortex was so shit. I was like, well, I don't give a shit about Crash Bandicoot anymore. So
You think this is shit?
so that's why I never played Twin Sanity. So
I never played it until well later. It's
after
fun.
this game, I have not played a single Crash Bandicoot except the trilogy.
See, I grew up on the worst era of Crash. I
Yeah,
grew
you
up
did.
on Crash of the Titans. I grew up
Ugh.
on Tag
bad.
Team Racing on the PS2, where it's literally like Crash Bandicoot Simpsons Hit and Run, but with like a really awful racing mode attached to it.
So now that you have your knowledge of Crash Bandicoot lore, what is your favorite?
This is controversial. I've always stood by the fact that I like Crash 1 the most.
Crash 1? I like Crash 1.
I don't really like any of the gimmicks in Crash 3, and Crash 2, I think in the final world when you're in that like all 2D level in the lab or you're at the jetpack, I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to play this anymore. But Crash 1 is nothing. It's like you got 2 Warthog levels and the rest of it is just platforming, which I think is fun.
The Warthog levels are pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think 2 is my favorite. But I also really like Warped. Like if you ask me which one I would rather play, I'd probably say Warped. But 2 is, I think, a better game.
Really?
It's, you know what it is? It's like the Better Call Saul Breaking Bad dilemma, where it's like Breaking Bad is arguably a better series, but Better Call Saul is just, I like it more. It's my favorite. What?
What is that sound effect?
I think it just broke.
Okay, again, I've played this game
No,
a
I'm
million
pretty sure.
times.
I am pretty sure this is how it is.
This is the GameCube version, but I grew up on the PS2 one. But that never. Maybe I'll put some footage here of the PS2 one. I don't think that happens. Wait, you don't
Look,
hear
the
it
sound
anymore.
effect stopped. I think this is a common glitch, though. Yeah, look, there it
Yeah,
is.
What is causing
It's
it?
a sound. It's a sound effect of something nearby
That is playing
that's just
way
like
too
playing
loud.
way too loud.
Also, like, what is this? This is a whole level. It's so. See, Crash 3 was like kind of teetering on this, but it doesn't fully go into it. But this is like from level 2, you're in a fucking
Also,
awful vehicle.
the thing I like about Crash 3 is that all of the transportation levels aren't just left up to Crash or Coco. Like, it is kind of like evenly sparsed, and they're not like they don't control like ass. They're pretty easy to play.
You want to play the ball level?
Yeah, I do want to play the ball level.
Careful with that remote.
This is the level I played.
This is the one I loved as a
and
kid,
I was
too.
like, wow, this is what makes the game. I was like, this is the only fun like level in this whole game. You guys are missing it. The little wenching is so snuggled up right now.
Oh yeah, guys, we have P.O. Box stuff that we gotta.
Oh yeah, guys.
You know what? While you're playing this level, should I open it?
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
And read it out to everyone.
Guys, this is from.
Oh, wait. Here's the mail. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail mail.
Guys, if you want to send us stuff in our P.O. Box, here's the
Dude.
address on screen.
Guys, let me wait real quick. Let's get really quick, guys. That little wenching loves letters. Okay, he loves love, and you guys should send him little love letters, and we'll read it here and show you guys what wench has to say.
It says "Destroy Homelander," drawn by Mysterious, Mr. Mysterious.
Whoa! Oh damn it! I
Destroy a
died.
Homelander.
Damn it! I was looking. Wait. Let me see this again. I want to see. Destroy Homeland. Whoa.
This is Godzilla Billy Butcher, drawn by Mr. Mysterious.
Whoa, these are fucking cool. I like their arms. I like little Godzilla Billy Butcher is pretty sick.
This says,
I want a t-shirt of that.
I feel like I might be reading this out of order, so I apologize. It says, I noticed that you have done some video game reviews, so can you make a vid about video games that people thought would be the Pokemon killer? Here are some to get you started. Koromon / Yokai Watch. I remember that. Temtem. Nexomon. Cassette Beasts. Pal World. Can you review Wak Fu? It on Netflix. Do you watch anime? Have you... Okay, I guess I gotta answer these. Oh, have you ever... Can you review Wak Fu? Can you?
What is Wak Fu?
It's on Netflix.
What is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I guess I can't. Sorry.
Do you watch anime?
I used to watch a lot of anime. I try like... You know what? I've just been getting into Jujutsu Kaisen, and I just started season 2.
Okay. I've never really watched anime.
You're not really big into anime.
No, I've only seen Watamote.
Mark doesn't like the cool anime tropes.
No, not really.
I was just getting started.
Have you read the Archie Sonic comics? I read everything after Sonic Genesis, but I have a bunch of them now, so I got to go back and read them.
All right,
sometime.
Mark, what's the last story you read?
Probably the IDW. No, this is actually about Archie. So
Yeah.
probably the last one they did, where it was an adaptation of Sonic Unleashed, which I thought was pretty fun. Have you? Yeah, I know your brother was big into collection.
Oh,
buying.
yeah.
Is he down there? Oh no, sorry.
No, it's up
right?
here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, my brother was really into the Archie Sonics. He would go to the swap meet down the street from our house and get them as much as he could. He would try to like collect them all.
And he just gave me a bunch of them.
Yeah, he was pretty much like, Mark, I don't need this anymore. I don't collect anymore.
Be careful. Oh, it's so fucking stressful. And there's nothing down there. Great. Do you read manga?
I used to read Sailor Moon. I used to read the Sailor Moon mangas a lot. And I used to read Wolf's Rain because I was really, really into Wolf's Rain when I was younger.
Go back to where you came from.
No, it's over here. I swear.
Yeah, this is the bottom row. You need to take the upper one to get the boxes.
No, it's over here. Oh, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, it seems you had to go up there to get the boxes or
Yeah.
something. Oh my god. I keep looking at the paper and being like, oh, sorry, I don't read manga. I apologize. Can you look at LPS fan series on YouTube? Here's some to get you started. LPS Popular by Sophie GTV. Soulbind by Hello Studios. Can you look at Smash Bros. Machinima videos? Some of them are funny and interesting to watch.
Look, Mark, I got it.
Oh, not congratulations.
Thank
I guess you
you.
can play. Oh no, you want to read these? No?
Yeah, okay, I'll read the other ones.
Guys, this person sent like 10 pieces of paper. We will get through them.
Okay, here's another piece of paper. I'm gonna pick this up.
Yeah, I think I might be reading these out of order.
Dear LSMark, my name is Mr. Mysterious, and I have autism. Here are some questions for you. With the rise of good video game movies, people are wanting a Smash Brothers cinematic universe and a movie if that ever gonna make it happen. It should be animated by Sony Pictures Animation. So which Smash character do you want to see the most, and who would you want the voices to be? Your choices are.
Oh my god. I would want to see Sonic the most.
Okay.
Interacting with Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And what's his name? Little kid from AI.
Oh, David. Oh, Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment should voice Sonic, of course.
What?
And,
He's the voice of Sora.
And Roger Craig Smith should voice Sora.
You want them to switch?
And you get to say, "Hey, I'm Sora."
You want the good voice actor for your favorite character and the bad voice actor for my favorite character?
Oh, you're calling Roger Craig Smith the bad voice actor?
No, I'm just quoting you from earlier today.
Oh, no, I never said that.
Who should voice these characters? And they wrote a couple. So you let me know who should do the voices for these characters, okay? If they made a Smash Brothers movie.
Okay.
Okay, Sans from Undertale.
He's not at Smash Brothers.
He's a skin.
Toby Fox, I guess.
Toby Fox. Toby
No,
Keith.
Patrick Star, whoever voices Patrick. Bill Fagerbecky.
What did you just say?
That's his name.
What did you say it again, Mark?
Bill Fagerbecky.
Dude.
It's like F-A-G-G.
We're gonna get so canceled.
Becky. I don't know.
Okay. Doomslayer from Doom.
None of these guys are in Smash Brothers.
He is a skin.
No.
Ooh, run, skid, and then jump. like that. Yeah.
What?
Oh.
I can't run yet. I'll just kill myself.
Um,
Remember the Crash 2 video where the guy's like, well, guess I'll just kill myself.
Guess I'll just kill myself.
Don't kill yourself at home, guys. And he got banned.
Okay, Shovel Knight.
Aaron Hansen.
Okay, Cuphead.
Zachary Gordon.
Shantae.
Red Delisle. Oh, I can't.
So-
What?
You can't do it again, dude.
That's fucked up.
Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Roger Craig's.
That sucks. Okay. Here's the next piece of paper. This is the same person, by the way. With the rise of indie animation on here, here are cartoon pilot episodes you should review.
Okay.
Nintendo High by Foozle.
Okay.
Madtown by Trash Panda Animations. Godspeed by Orlan Rogers.
I've heard of that. Oh, it's the Final Space guy.
Hugo's Mind Palace by Alistocrat. Lackadaisy by Lackadaisy. The Earth Guy by Animated. Wimp Witch by C. Cameron. The Amazing Diglett. Oh, sorry, the Amazing Diglett. The Amazing Digital Circus, of course.
Oh. Did that count as indie?
Yeah, of course that counts as indie.
But isn't Digital Circus done by that studio, like Glitch Tech, who
Yeah.
make like a bunch of stuff, and they have like CEOs and like directors, and like.
Well, so does Spindle Horse. Is that indie
I
animation?
I would make the same argument that at this point it doesn't.
I guess, yeah.
Whatever.
them working
I
with
just wanted to
Princess
ask the
Bento.
question because I saw that recently.
I guess, I mean, I don't know how much has gone into production and how much was like, I have no idea. Monkey Wrench by Monkey
By
Wrench.
Zero.
I like the Barry Butcher one the most. I want a t-shirt of this, Mr. Mysterious. Thank you. Thank you for your fan mail. Let's put this on our corkboard.
Sure.
All right, here's the next one.
This is a big one. This didn't fit in our PO box, but guys, don't even worry about what size it is. Anything will get to us.
Yeah, our fucking mail people are cool, and they give us like a little notice letting us know that we have a bigger package. So send whatever the fuck you guys want. Whoa.
What is this?
Okay, this one is from. It doesn't say.
Maybe it'll say in the letter.
Maybe it'll say in the letter. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it came from Canada, so maybe they wanted to like give it extra protection.
Okay. Whoa. Oh, it's a Valentine's
it's
Day
custom
for.
made, okay.
Whoa.
Guys, it's got a big Brian Griffin. drawing
Whoa,
on
this
it.
is handmade.
This
This
is
is
pretty good.
this is really nice.
This is like a
Okay, it says, "Hi LSMark, I'm just writing to let you know that I'm a huge fan of your channel and I recently have come across your podcast. For a while now, I have been trying to get in contact with you to see if you would like to be a small part if you would like to be a small part of a video I'm working on, but haven't received a response. Seeing how you were able to get in contact with Jeff Kenny and Butch Hartman, I am sure you can relate to my situation. Here is my email. Thank you for your time."
sure. Yeah, if you emailed
It's
me
not.
anything,
It's not signed.
it's not signed.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
But
did they put their email?
They did put their email.
But
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful card.
Something worth mentioning is that any emails that are sent to me do not even go directly to me. They go to the people who handle sponsorships for my channel. So I probably just didn't get it because it doesn't go to me, sadly. But yeah, I can reach out and see, or I'll look and ask them if any emails from you came through, and I'll get back to them.
This is a beautiful card, though.
Yeah,
and
thanks
that's
for the card.
That's it for mail time, guys.
Yeah. We said we'd do another one. Next mail
Yeah.
time, guys, will be next month. So
Yeah.
you have plenty of time to get your mail through.
So send your letters, and we are going to try and read them. I want to like the first week of the month,
Yeah, so except for
except for
month.
okay, maybe the last week of the month.
yeah, last week of the month.
Okay, last week of the month.
It little sucks.
Yeah, this level does
It
suck.
looks so
Look,
it's like a baby thing.
wait, go back.
I don't
there
thi-
you are.
Can I get all the boxes? I think I can get all the boxes
Yeah.
in this level.
Look, it's object motherfucker.
I know I can't get all the boxes in this level. I don't think because the yellow doors at the start.
He did the Howie yell, isn't
The
it?
Howie?
Isn't it called the
Like
Howie?
the Wilhelm scream.
No, it's not the Wilhelm scream.
The Howie scream.
The-
Yeah, he did the Howie scream.
That one. It's-
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Did they do that?
Yeah.
And with the other ones.
Yeah, in Crash Bandicoot 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Or
Especially it was in the one where you're in the sewers, like the toxic sewers.
interesting. Yeah, I gotta look at it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Still got all the boxes and Nakuaku.
Look, this little wenching.
Very good. Very fantastic. Very stupid.
No, he's in loving mode right now.
Yeah, I think this game is so shit. The other day I really wanted to play it.
No, not the other day. For like months, Mark has been talking about wanting to play this game again.
Because it's so nostalgic to me, but I don't like it. You know, it's weird. Do you have any games like that where you're nostalgic towards it, so every now and then you want to play it, but you know it's not a good game?
Yeah, Pinocchio for the Super Nintendo.
I've known you for 4 years and I've never seen you play Pinocchio.
That is untrue. You have seen me play Pinocchio.
When?
I own it. I have it.
I know you own it, but when have you played it?
I've definitely played Pinocchio on stream before, and I've played Pinocchio on my emulator before on my computer.
Never seen that in my whole life.
Definitely, yes, I have showed you because I showed you the like intro to the game too when you're walking around the schoolyard. And you like fall, and he does like a little fun fall like animation.
I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah, it's I really like that game. It's not a good game.
What's bad about it?
It's kind of like a baby game. It looks like I'm the only one who got all the boxes in a level.
What? What? Repeat
Oh wait,
that?
I'm sorry. I just noticed that one you just got there right now.
And
but I
what
had to
about
help
this
you.
one right here.
Oh,
You had to help me?
Shoot, I just noticed that one too.
I also got the death
Sorry,
gem.
mine's just kind of front and center, so it just kind of like seems more
And the
important.
baby ball level playing with blocks.
The Duplo
The
blocks.
little Rugrats level.
I fucking hate that design so much. Which one's Tom Kenny?
None of them.
You told me one of them was Tom Kenny.
No, one of them's Biff. One of them is the
Oh
Full
my
Metal
God.
Jacket
Look
guy.
at his- oh my
That's
God.
Crunch Bandicoot.
Look at his eyebrow texture.
But then in the later Crash games for like Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant, they just make him a big Mr. T parody, and that's the whole joke is that he just talks like Mr. T, which is kind of offensive for your one Crash character voiced by a black guy to just turn him into Mr. T eventually.
Wasn't there already a Mr. T character from Crash?
I think you're thinking of like Tiny or something like that.
No, I'm not thinking of Tiny. I'm thinking of somebody though.
Oh my god, look how much this is lagging.
I know, dude. It's so sputtery.
This boss fight, this was like the beginning of my existence. Sometimes as a kid I could beat this first try, and sometimes it would take me I would have to wait for my dad to come home from work
You
to
know,
help me.
it's really funny is now that you bring this up, I remember it taking me a really long time to beat this boss when I was a kid.
And in retrospect, I honestly feel really bad for my dad because I would ask him to come home from work and help me beat this game all the time. But it was for him, it was like he was coming home and suddenly I'm at the start of the game again asking him for help.
See, I never understood how to play this level.
You have to hit all the blocks, all the stones so that they're blue. But he can hit them and make them orange, and if he hits them all orange, I don't think anything happens. But I think like it hurts you if you touch one that's orange. You know, it takes a couple of percent. I hate that all the health bars for Crash in this game are fucking percentage based. It's so
I like
lazy.
it.
It seems unfinished.
I like the text.
I
Also,
don't.
I
hate that
really-
he has no neck.
I love his floating head. I love it so much. Like that render of him, I'm fine with
You
that.
should make a 3D model of that and like put it on a hanger and hang it from a little wind chime.
Let it just like a mobile of Crash Bandicoot
Yeah,
heads.
baby mobile.
Yeah, for Sunny. See, I really hate Crunch's design. I think he looks like Scooby Dumb.
What?
He looks like Scooby.
Scooby-Dumb?
He is like the Crash equivalent of Scooby Dumb.
No, he's not.
Yes,
What do you
he
want
is.
about
He's a
it?
retard.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He talks like a Nimrod.
No, in the later games, in this one, he's cool. In this game, he's supposed to be like the Knuckles.
But they made Knuckles a retard in like Sonic Boom. He's
Later
like that.
on,
He's like
later on.
that.
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah. So he is an idiot. They made him stupid.
You know what's weird to me is that like you have games like Crash, the new like racing game especially, where it has like 50 characters, like way
Yeah.
more than you would ever need for like a mascot racer of Crash, because it's like, could you even name 50 Crash characters?
Yeah.
So I always thought, like, why would I want to play a game like this when I don't care about, like, oh, I get to play as the cool alien from Crash Nitro Kart, you know, on the GameCube. Well, I get to play as the cool Green Goblin from Crash Nitro Kart. Like, you know, like, why would I want to play as any of these guys?
Some kids like the gross alien looking one.
That is someone's favorite character.
That is someone's favorite character. Just like Coco's tiger that you only ride like once and see her hang out with like a couple times. You know, that's a character. And it's like, when the fuck did that character do anything in this game?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would I want to play as them? But also,
then I would want to play as them because it's like, oh, that's the cute tiger with Coco.
I've played this game all my life, and I never realized this is meant to be like made out of water, like a water pillar.
Oh. I always thought it was Frozen.
Yeah, could you even tell? Like, again, it took me years and years and years to realize the whole theme of this game is like technology. You're in like a virtual reality kind of place.
Wait, really? That's what it is? That's the theme?
That's why it's like a wireframe grid around you. Coco's like, oh, I can fucking make a teleporter that teleports us into like all these different worlds.
Okay. That is a trope I really fucking hate.
The
It's just
multiverse?
no. I mean, I don't. If it's done right, I don't. It's fine. But no, the trope that I hate the most, or one of the tropes I hate the most, is like smart whiz kid just knows how to do anything. They can do fucking anything. Like Wade from Kim Possible or Tails from fucking Sonic or Coco Bandicoot.
Later on, he used to not be like that. That's why I like Jimmy Neutron, because he thinks he can do everything, but he's a fuck up. You know?
Yeah, he doesn't make everything perfect. Like there's always something wrong with it, and that's because he understands like trial and error. He understands science. He understands that you make a hypothesis and you have to test out your hypothesis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coco Bandicoot doesn't. She pulls a fucking fingernail out of her ass and she goes, "Look, I can reroute this, and now we have Wi-Fi."
Yeah, it's like that. Oh, I used a paperclip and a thing to do this. You know? Yeah.
It's the MacGyver Gilligan's Island thing.
You know what I saw recently? Because we were talking about multiverse briefly there, where you were like, oh, when it's done right. And then I thought, like, yeah, really, it depends on the character. Because I saw recently Disney were like, we are doing a new comic, and it's Scrooge McDuck going to the multiverse to retrieve the golden coin or something like that.
That's kind of fun.
But I was like, who cares about this character?
I like Scrooge McDuck.
I mean, in the sense of, like, why would you want to watch him, like, go through a multiverse scenario?
But I would like to see Scrooge McDuck with Huey, Dewey, and Louie going on little hijinks. Like
going through the multiverse?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I always hated that as a kid, the Traveler's Tales Sonic 3D Blast Trees.
A
flat, it's like a 3D
it's like a flat PNG
following the camera.
Oh.
It's like Mario 64 trees. But look at them. Like, what is that shape?
I like that, though. Okay. Kind of reminds me of like Shinobi, you know. It is kind of, you know what it is? Okay, you know what it is that I've noticed about this game is that it takes old renders or it takes like old textures and applies it to like new 3D models and it looks really bad.
Yeah.
Like Crunch's eyebrows or like Uka Uka's or like the bad Uka Uka's like texture on his like tiki head.
I think it's just they were like understated. Again, like I think they wanted to make an open world Crash game for this one, but then I guess they showed Sony what they were working on, and they were like, "What the fuck is this? Make it like the old ones." So they, in like less than a year, had to throw this together.
Were there even like open world games in 2001?
No, but they wanted to make it more like what would become Crash Twinsanity, where it's like Crash running through remote like, I guess less linear is what I mean.
I see what you
Crash
mean.
in open areas.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. There we go. Look, see, this is the only time in the game where you have to use the new power-up you got, where you sneak. The sneaking power. Whoa, so fun.
I hate that fucking repeating
The
monkey sound.
The chimpanzee.
You know what I used to love in Crash Bandicoot 1 when you know that one level where you have to like spin in the air. It's when they first introduced the little like dials where you spin in the air, you turn the dial so you can keep going upwards, right?
Yeah.
But in the background it would go ah.
I hated that.
I love that. I thought it was so fucking funny as a kid.
Kinda get it. There we go.
Nice.
You know what it is? He's just too slow in this game. He's so
He
like
is.
all of it. It's not even like the movement. The movement feels fine. You know, I can deal with it. It's just that his animations are so slow that it makes you feel like he's a fucking tank.
But yeah, but also
Like, look
it's
at that
not
jump.
it's not his animation, it's the payoff of his like movement, like how he looks, like because he's running really quickly but he's not moving much, you know what I mean?
Do you also think it's a thing where I don't know where like I heard about this, but it's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, it's easier to control a character in a 2D or 3D space when they're more like they're as wide as they are tall, you know, in their model.
Oh, because there's like an isolated box of movement.
Yeah, whereas Crash is like so fucking lanky and tall that it makes controlling. Like anytime he does the front flip when he's moving, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I can't.
It's because of his arms. It's because they attached his arms too high up to his head, and it's because they made his legs too long and his torso shorter.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah, seriously.
Also, look how ugly this looks.
The cool rhinos.
But it like it just. they were clearly trying to replicate like the Crash 2 and Crash
Chase
3 like
sequences.
chase sequences,
But it's Liam.
it's really bad. Yeah, it just doesn't look good, and it's because everything is shaded with gray. Like there's nothing is colorful, nothing stands out.
To fucking predict these box placements. Why is there rain inside the tunnel? I just
Oh
realized.
yeah! Oh, you missed
I
a box.
missed a fucking box. Oh
Damn.
my god. Well, if we ever complete this game in the future, I guess we.
God,
gotta
that fucking
replay
monkey.
this.
Why is the monkey still following you, screaming?
Yeah.
Look, here it comes again. Ready?
Ooh. They should have cool diegetic monkeys in these games. more often. That'd be
Diegetic?
pretty cool.
What do you mean diegetic?
Like every once in a while, you see a little monkey in a tree, and then it just speak to you. Like
there
that.
it is.
Like that.
Sound.
Do you remember?
Damn, that was that one box.
Yeah. Do you remember when they made those PlayStation?
No.
The PS2 had those rumble controllers, or the joysticks, for the buzzer games, where it had like a big red buzzer, and then it had like a red, blue, yellow, and green buttons on it. And so
Simon? You could play Simon?
no. So when you're playing like a quiz game, it's like, oh, what is the answer to this? And then you press the color that corresponds to the question.
Interesting. No, I don't remember that at all.
I'm gonna look this up because I.
You
had
sure
this.
you're not thinking of like the DS Guitar Hero like attachment?
Well, no, I'm not thinking of Guitar Hero.
You sure? Sounds like you kind of were talking about Guitar Hero.
Look at this.
That literally looks like Guitar Hero, Mark.
Gene, do you remember this?
Guitar Hero.
These. Okay, I gotta explain that. It was called Buzz. This is an accessory for the PS2 for quiz games specifically, where it's like, oh, you have the answer. It's like says a question, and it's like, oh, you have the answer. Press the big red buzzer, and then you have to answer. And then it's like there's 4, like options, all corresponding to a color. Those 4 colors, and you press the color what you think, and then it's like, oh, correct or wrong, and then it hypes it up to whatever's like the right answer. But that was like a big thing for a while, and they made a bunch of accessories or a bunch of games that you could only play with that. And I had them as a kid. I had like 3 of
Are
them.
you sure
and
this is not a UK thing?
I think maybe some of them.
Because
might have
I
been
know
UK.
you guys really like your trivia.
Yeah, but they had like Monkey Rumble that I played as a kid, where it was
Monkey
like
Rumble.
it was like Mario Party, but it was all quiz based, or it was like, oh, press this button really quickly.
Did you play as a monkey?
Yeah, you played as little monkeys, colored monkeys.
Yeah, were you jumping on the bed?
You know what? I'm remembering now.
You did jump off the bed as a monkey.
I'm remembering now that the announcer for the game was British. It was a British
Was
lady.
he? See,
So I guess it was British only.
Mark, did you have Nintendogs?
No.
Yeah. That's
But
what
we
I
had,
thought.
well, I mean, we had it, but I didn't play
Oh.
Nintendogs personally.
Oh, so you did have Nintendogs.
Okay, see, this is, a while ago I had a video idea where I was like, I want to get all these PS2 party Joy Buzzer games and play them all. So maybe that would be interesting, since it seems like
We could play them here on the podcast, if you don't want to do it on your channel.
we can do both.
One time when Yurik Salad Bar, when he came to visit us, we were like, Chris had like a Raspberry Pi hooked up to the living room, so he had like a shit ton of games that were like emulated right on the computer. So me and Yurik were like siphoning through them, and we're like, oh, I wonder how Jeopardy for the NES.
Yeah,
I wonder how that was.
I always
So
thought that for like Monopoly on the DS or the NES and shit like that.
it
yeah.
was really bad, and it looked really stupid, and it had questions that was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Oh, that's when this game gets.
It was
bad.
just like so unfun. I'm like, how the fuck did anyone play this and think this was a good time?
Some kid played that and was like, "Wow, it's just like the board game." Yeah, this was always the level as a kid where I was like, "Nope, I'm done. I'm bored."
Isn't there a toy of this? I'm pretty sure my brother David had a toy of this.
I think you're thinking of the Scuba Crash toy that.
No, that is one, but I'm thinking of this one in particular.
Really? I don't think they made any like merch. I think they had that one Crash toy line, the Resource one, the popular one that everyone.
The like $400 one.
It was so. Whenever those things are so cheap that whenever I saw one in Chris's house, I was like, I want to touch it, but I feel like I'll touch it and it'll
break.
snap in half. Oh, I'm telling you, every time I go down one of these, I'm like, where's the bomb? There it was. Remember I told you last time I was like, there's bombs
It's
here
like,
somewhere.
yeah. The music for this sucks too. I was saying to Mark, like before we took a quick break, when Jane came in, I was saying like the fucking theme song that they did, like, sounds horrible in this.
Yeah, it's like mid-eye.
It's
Crash
really
3.
bad.
Traveler's Tales were never really like great at music though.
That is not true.
Really? What?
You ever play Toy Story?
No.
You ever play?
Oh, was
You
I
ever play?
supposed to? Ah, fuck.
Ooh.
So annoying.
I never get to get it.
What? What is that? That sounds familiar.
From Animaniacs.
I've never seen that.
That's Wacko.
Why does my gun count as hitting it?
That's Wacko complaining about not being able to pick up the telephone
Oh.
when it rings. So everybody else keeps picking it up before.
Did you like the cool 2020 Animaniacs where they talk about Donald Trump and YouTube and
I have
TikTok and
I have a handful of friends who worked on that project, on that series.
That's right,
So
Christine, right?
yeah, Christine, Yada did work on that project.
The animation's good.
The animation's great.
For
Do I
nowadays.
think it was a good Animaniacs? No.
that's fair.
You know, but do I
What the fuck? Oh, those.
remember the yeah? Do I respect the work that went into it? Yes, because it fucking looks great.
Yeah, what do you think about that argument where it's like, what do you think about shows that were very like self-referential when they came out in like the 90s or the 2000s, and then they get rebooted or they're still going to this day, and so they start getting to the point where they're referencing like COVID or like Donald Trump or Obama, and it's kind of like, could you argue this is like, oh, why they're just dating this
They
when
still
they
did the
also,
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I would argue that when Animaniacs made jokes about pop culture things, it was mostly things in relation to the world that the Animaniacs lived in, which is Warner Brothers and Hollywood. So a lot of their commentary were on Hollywood films and celebrities
yes.
and movies and directors.
It's not like that, but yeah, would they have made jokes about like the president? Because like, you have like
They
Fairly Odd
made-
Parents where they have the president.
They made jokes, I think, about. I think they made a Clinton joke, and have had like political figures before be in the show. But I would argue that the intention back then was obviously to make fun, but it wasn't to make a statement.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
said the exact same thing.
It wasn't to make a statement. Whereas when Animaniacs was being developed during COVID, the big narrative and thing that most animators and liberals were saying was Orange Man bad, you know, and anybody making a clever joke at Trump's expense would be the hot topic, like the hot person of the week, you know.
Yeah.
Which is why Saturday Night Live did it so fucking often. Which is why a lot of like shitty talk show hosts like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff, like, you know, they always went for the Trump hate card, you know. They always went that route.
Yeah, even if you think that, it's like, that's lazy, you know.
Yeah,
like,
even whether or not they believed that like that's irregardless. You know what I mean? Like that's just void. The point
what,
of
they
it.
They didn't make an animation for Coco having Aku Aku on her face. Okay, great.
Yeah, that is kind of weird that she wouldn't have it. But like, yeah, okay. Whether or not you were for or against him isn't the point. The point is that it was funny. It was quote unquote funny and acceptable if you were making fun of the president, and therefore
it was expected.
Yeah,
that's such a large focus of people's lives is following these like figures, and it's like I have to make sure the figures I support are like have the same
align
beliefs
with
that I
my
do.
morals and or whatever. But even like that being said, like the Animaniacs, the 2020 Animaniacs, I personally don't think is very good because I don't think that their intention with their jokes were very smart, or well thought out, or clever, or, you know, revolutionary. You know, like it was just. It was like, oh, here's your political commentary on this topic.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, the original had like adult jokes and like political, like the occasional political thing. So we'll do like, oh, there's a big Donald Trump, like a giant Donald Trump appears out of nowhere and
he looks like a baby and he has tiny little hands and he's got a big giant orange face.
Yeah, it's like Family Guy making fun of Trump where they have Peter Griffin kissing Obama, and it's
that's what
like,
I'm saying. Where it's like that's not revolutionary. Like Peter Griffin having a fight with Donald Trump, like that's not funny. But if that was made in the early 2000s and that was on Newgrounds, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, where it's like. It's kind of like, oh, you really don't need to be doing this right now. Like, this isn't what you should be spending, like, your show. Like, $1 million went towards you animating Peter Griffin fighting Donald Trump.
Yeah, like, why? It's like, it's just not that. Oh, wow. You
what?
did. Yeah, what?
It was, like, lagging as it was updating.
Okay. It, like, psyched you out for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, so that was my problem with the Animaniacs. But it fucking looks beautiful.
Yeah, although I'd argue the original looks.
Obviously, the original looks better, but it still looks fucking great.
Yeah, that's funny you
compared
mentioned that,
to Owl House.
I was gonna say that exact. I was gonna say that exact same thing. Where it's about
Compared to Has-Been, dude.
making a statement rather than telling a joke. Where I think about like Family Guy would have made a lot of jokes about. See, I don't know American politics very. Who's
Family Guy made a lot of
Bush,
jokes.
George Bush.
Yeah, yeah. They
where
did
Peter's
Bush.
like a clown, but
They did Bush and Clinton jokes. They did, they did Reagan jokes.
I feel like every show running at that time that had kind of self-referential current day humor,
like meta humor,
would all do the same thing where you have the Fairly Odd Parents where they have him
they have their own Bush.
They have him go to press the button, but he spills the salt and then presses the detonator that destroys a city.
That's so
and you had
fucking
to have
good.
Rich Hartman go oops, a big generic impression. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Yeah, Mark.
What is going on?
You're laughing too hard at Butch Hartman's jokes. So
Come
Mark,
on, go for that.
Ooh.
You have whenever you hit the
yeah.
health bar, you have to wait for the fucking box to
drop
hit the floor.
Yeah. I do like his little goggles. They do look pretty
I
fun.
think it looks cool, but this is the level where I always was like, fuck this. This
you
whole
know what?
world.
I don't
think.
like this level because it reminds me of having to do the really.
Sorry, go on. Yeah.
Sorry, it caught me off guard. You kind of got me like Michael Myers and Kanye West just now. That's what you
George
got.
Bush does not care about.
Not
black. See that
care about
George
black
Bush
people.
thing? Yeah.
But see, and that's something Family Guy made fun of as well.
Really?
The Kanye West Michael Myers thing?
Really? What was their joke about it?
Wasn't the whole joke of them just referencing? I don't know. Maybe I feel like the Family Guy would though.
I have to hit the box to get the health. Oh,
Ooh,
there we go. Got it. It landed. In time.
nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was saying.
Something about George Bush does not care about black people.
George Bush did not care about
Fairly
black.
after Family Guy making the jokes
Oh,
about George Bush.
See, okay, yes. See, they made their jokes, but when they did, it was like a 5-second joke. That was the end of it, and it wasn't the plot, and they moved on.
Yeah, they
You know
didn't
what
do
I
a
mean?
Family Guy episode all about George Bush. They
Yeah.
did the joke, the
They didn't
9/11
do.
joke.
Butch
or-
Hartman didn't make a fucking Fairly Odd Parents episode about Timmy meeting Trump.
No,
you
they
know.
just said, "I'm going to escalator land." That's all they had.
Yeah, that was it.
It's like the
I'm going
president.
escalator land.
see, that's a funny joke.
Yeah, and then
They
just
bring it
move
back
on.
by the end. This is the ride.
I can respect that, but then things like Animaniacs, where it's this whole fucking segment where you wasted people's time animating the fucking president of the United States looking like a big giant fat Godzilla baby.
Where it's who's watching this who's going to be like, oh, wow, you really said something here.
Trigglypuff.
What'd you say?
Trigglypuff's gonna clap her little feet together
Who's
and laugh.
Trigglypuff? Are you making a play on triggered? Or is it an actual person? What is that?
Look up Trigglypuff right now. No, look up Trigglypuff right
Play
now.
this
Mark.
level and get the
Okay,
fuck-
I'll play this level while you look up Trigglypuff. Let me
Yeah,
know.
get the
Oh
shitty
god,
level.
I get the shitty level. Okay.
You can get all the boxes in here, by the way, in one go. Trigglypuff.
Yeah, look up Trigglypuff.
Oh, this is real. Oh no.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
It's Trigglypuff, dude.
For reference, Gian. You're aware? Where am I?
Jane
I
knows, yeah.
guess?
Where the fuck have you been living? Don't you ever watch Chris Ray Gun? 2015 Chris Ray Gun.
No.
Ain't no rest for the liberals.
I was
Or
watching.
no, it was
I was watching Game Grumps in 2015.
Ain't no rest for the
The
triggered. Yeah, the trigger. Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God.
I'm pretty sure he
Oh,
uses. I keep dying right
Can you
here.
imagine? Oh, I feel like if you meet that today, everyone would be like, "You are a fucking loser."
Yeah, if Chris Reagan made content like he did in 2015.
No, sorry. If you press the O button or the circle button, you drop a bomb.
No, I don't.
I think your
Oh.
controller's disconnected.
Oh my god, this controller sucks.
Sammy broke our controller. The square on the Crash Live. Yeah. Great. Yeah, I can play again.
Excuse
unless you
me.
want to play.
No, yeah, you play. I fucking hate this.
I was gonna say, yeah. At least I hate this game, but I've played it enough times in my life to.
Yeah, I'll let you. This is a you thing. This is not a me thing. This is when I stopped playing Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Next we gotta play Pinocchio on Super
Okay,
Nintendo.
wait. Why did we
Ooh.
start talking about Trigglypuff? Why did you bring up Trigglypuff?
So we were talking about show. See, okay. The last thing about it is,
Oh,
is kind of like,
Animaniacs.
yeah, I think
yeah.
like whether or not like Trump bad, Trump good, whatever you think, like I don't
I don't
care.
care.
Either way.
Yeah.
But it's A good joke's a good joke. That's the end of it. That's the conclusion.
That really is what it is if you're telling a joke for the sake of having social commentary on something, then it's obviously not a good fucking joke or a joke at all.
Oh yes, that leads to a very hot button Crash Bandicoot video. This thing. But what do you think about this statement? Because I see it every now and then. I see completely like disagreeing arguments about like, do you think art is inherently political? That's what I always see online.
What do you mean inherently political?
That's what people I see. I can't even argue for the other side.
I don't even understand what they mean
it's
by
people
that.
saying that all Gene, do you know at all what I mean by that?
I feel like I've seen it pass by. I haven't put a lot of thought into it. No, but what inherently political is that implying that art made nowadays will have some sort of like political commentary or opinion? Like, what does that mean?
No, it's saying that every single piece of art ever made is inherently fueled by politics. You know,
in some shape or form, it is in relation to politics.
Because
is that what you're
by
trying?
a human, and a human puts their own beliefs into something. I guess maybe is.
So the argument or the point that they're trying to make is that because you're a human and because you've experienced life and you've experienced things that would give you a bias, there is something politically fueled in all art because of how the artist was made or raised.
I suppose so. That's all I can assume.
I mean, yeah, but couldn't you say that, like, see, I feel like talking like that is the same thing as fucking Kelly Osbourne being like, well, if you get rid of all the Latinos in America, then who's gonna clean your toilets? Like,
Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump. I feel like.
I mean, in the sense that, like.
No, but what I mean is, no, honey, no, but like in the sense of like.
No, we don't agree with the all.
No, I don't. I am not with you. I love how that one girl. I don't know who the fuck she is. She's so shitty. She's like, no, I don't stand with you. Like, no, I don't. Stay. She like puts her hands up. Stay away from me.
No.
Ooh, eels.
I forgot. I have to just let that.
Okay. Yeah, no. So I feel like talking like that about art and making statements like that is kind of ignorant. But only because it's just kind of like, well, it's like the mind analogy, Mark.
My mind analogy.
It's like Mark's mind analogy. That's what it's like. Where it's like, well, duh.
Thanks.
I know.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where Mark, to give some context here, Mark gave me his mind analogy once.
We were very high.
We were very, very high, and I was like, I asked him the question. I said, Mark, when you look at somebody and you see how they're dressed, would you say that just from looking at somebody, could you guess their personality, right? Just judging a book by its cover, could you guess their personality by how they look, right? And some people you could, and I'm sure some people you can't, because everybody's different and complex, blah blah blah, whatever. But the conversation was about character and personality, and Mark made a point saying that each person, when you look at the bigger picture, you don't notice the individuality of the person.
You can make like a broad assumption about someone, but you're never gonna until you have a conversation with them, like a deep conversation, you're never gonna know like the true extent of what that person thinks and feels. Which is an obvious statement.
Is an obvious statement, which is why my response was, well, duh. But the reason why we're bringing it up is because Mark made a drawing of like an amoeba, and he's like, see, this is the person, and these little tick marks are like the characteristics of them.
Yeah.
And if you take a step back,
I said it was like looking at a cell on a microscope. Is that like you zoom into it and you can see all this stuff, but when you look at the cell, it's barely visible. You see the person.
You just see a cell. Yeah.
Oh my god, we're in the last level already.
Yeah.
This world. This was the level I'd always ask my dad to help me with.
But no, I would say I don't think all art is inherently political.
Like fueled, yeah.
Yeah, no, I would not.
I would agree.
Because I look at SpongeBob and I go, where are the politics there?
He's asexual, dude.
Or that's what he thinks of it. That's what he Crash says that and gets eviscerated.
Yeah, that's the war here. Crunch thinks SpongeBob's asexual and Crash just cannot have it because he's born in the 90s.
Are all of the boss fights with Crunch like in the same fucking area?
No, this isn't the same.
The last one looked like. Oh no, you're right. The last one you were in a ball.
This is like a sewer fucking what? Yeah, what is this?
Like a rainwater collector.
See, I always liked the idea of platformer bosses that were you actually platforming, but this is like shit.
I do like that he does a cool little pose when he jumps in the air like that, though. You gotta admit
Crash?
that. Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
not
See,
that the splits one. He does one where he's doing the split. That one. He did a little Sonic pose where
He
he points
does
his
like
finger.
a guitar strum in the air. You know what's funny? I loved this game so much as a kid. And I loved Crash Bandicoot so much from this game that I would every time I'd be on a trampoline, I would try to do that jump where I like do the guitar thing in the air.
Aw.
I'd be like, "Look, I'm Crash Bandicoot," and I'd do the guitar strum. Because everyone I knew had this game.
My older brother broke his leg on our trampoline.
Really?
There was a hole in the middle of the trampoline, but my dad was like, "Well, the kids will still play on it. It's fine." So my brother went and he jumped on it, but his foot got caught in the hole because my older brother was big giant. He's a big giant fat guy, and he got his foot stuck in the hole and it twisted the wrong way and it broke his fucking leg.
As a kid in primary school, you don't go to girls' parties very often, you know, as a boy.
Oh yeah.
So we went to a girl's,
Ooh.
a girl in my class's birthday
Do you
party.
have a crush on her?
No. I'd like.
Who is she? Should I know about her?
Her name was Neve.
Neve.
Like
Neve
Cat
from
Fan. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say it before you said it. And so I went to her house and I looked outside and she was like, "We have a trampoline." And I was like, "Where is it?" And then I saw like, it was like a. I've never fucked up this.
Let me do it.
No,
I want to try.
we have 50 lives. Oh my god. I went to her house and I was like, "Where's the trampoline?" Of course. And
Oh.
yeah, I like that his eyes close when you die.
I was getting used to it, dude.
Oh, dude, I think. No, never mind. I was gonna say something stupid, but it's not.
Oh
true.
shit. Damn.
I looked over and she had a thing where her parents dug a big hole in the ground, and instead of having the trampoline on like some like elevated, they had built the trampoline into the ground.
Where like you walk on the patio and like
There's a trampoline built into the grass.
that's cool.
Which I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Why wouldn't everyone do this? I don't have to climb onto the trampoline. It's just there.
I'm trying to like gauge when I can just
It's hard,
like.
right? Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm gonna pee while you.
What the fuck? I jumped there. I can. Okay.
It's hard. You can see why I'd ask my dad.
No, it's not hard. You're just dumb. What the fuck? Mark, you have to play that footage if you can. Oh fuck. Doesn't he have a double jump? Mark, does he have a double jump? Okay.
This game sucks, right? And look at the
And there's not
mask.
there's also there's also not enough of a reaction time.
But also,
Like that. Like I landed there. I should have had like enough time to jump.
I'm telling you, it's because he moves so slowly. As a kid, I feel like on the original hardware though, it doesn't control. Like
Okay, wait. Let me
that.
try
Or
one more
he doesn't-
time.
He doesn't look like that. He has like a water effect on him. Maybe it's the emulator.
Like I jumped there, but
Yeah,
it's not enough.
it's shit. There you go. Yeah, you have to do this 4 times.
Oh, so blame the lag, huh?
Yes.
Come on, Mark.
Whoa,
Don't
that's
die.
weird. Did you see they have Crash's footsteps from the previous versions of the boss fight that we've done? Look over
Really?
there. Look near Crunch. Can't you see the little footstep right there?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Whoa,
Yeah. Whoa.
okay, that's pretty cool.
I don't think
That's
that's
pretty-
intentional.
That's pretty fun continuity. What the bubble?
What? See,
What?
see, that's what happened last time. That exact
What?
area.
Can you hit him right there?
We've spent fucking 20 lives on this boss.
Be smart, Mark.
Yeah, why is that the easiest one?
Whatever.
Great.
Now you got the double jump.
Yeah, they give you a move that would make that boss fight infinitely more easy. Crash size.
But I dropped my wallet.
What's on my wallet?
No cool animation. No cool dance that
No,
he
you
had completed
just have
it.
Dr. Cortex.
You just have Coco staring at static.
Staring at static with a little Photoshop font.
Like, why isn't she facing you? Why couldn't you just go up to her and look at her?
Because that's how it was in Crash 3, dude. They got to do the same thing.
Save it, but make sure that you make sure you make you save it in Dolphin though.
As a kid, I always like doing this, where you just keep holding down and pressing the jump button when he gets to the middle, and it just keeps rotating. Ugh, what the
Ew,
fuck?
what the fuck?
Look at the behind.
Jane, look at this. Look at his ass. Look at his neck.
Gene, if this was crawling towards you at night time, would you be happy?